Okay, good morning, thank you for being here, and it looks at this point we have a quorum, so wonderful. I think, call to order, the first thing will be the approval of minutes, the May 30th minutes, they haven't had a chance to look at it, so any comments?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Okay, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Very good, thank you. Okay, we'll get right into discussion items. In this case, you're Doug, you're on.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Sorry, not there again. I probably could have driven, but I got a physical therapy appointment this afternoon that trying to get this knee finished up. And I think it's still a long progress, but we are a lot better than we were this time last month when I was talking to you on this Zoom. So we will get right into the email that I sent out yesterday to everybody. Hope everybody got it. If not, I think probably Sharon's going to put it up there. I wasn't there, but I've heard great things about Lynn and Joy's trip up there. They said they just had a great time. Everybody was extremely nice. Couldn't talk about enough about how they love the place, and it just was a fantastic visit and didn't want to leave, all this type stuff. So I know hopefully y'all have seen Lynn's article that he put out already, and then Joy put the pictures up. So that's now my screen is gone. Where'd my screen gone, Sharon? There we go.
You should be able to see your
All right.
notes.
Yeah, no, I was reading mine, so I guess I can read one up on the screen. So
I'm playing tricks with you there.
that's all right. So yeah, I mean, it was a very good thing, and I've told y'all countless times, and we will continue to do this if everything works out, is that I certainly take due diligence in trying to pick the right people to come up and visit Sky Valley. So it's certainly a cost to us, but I think the people that we've had over the last few years have been fantastic. Continue to talk about it. That's how a lot of these people, and I've told you that they come to me and say, hey, we've seen Sky Valley, you know, we'd love to come to Georgia and write about it. And so I try to pick the right people, and then you got to work with them in terms of timing and, you know, things like that. So I think we've hit another home run with this one. Jim's email back, I believe, is correct. Linda, excellent job. And you know, they're both have done a lot of stuff in golf. They've been around the golf industry for decades. They get it. They understand a community like this. So hopefully they will you know, continue to do stuff. Now, what we've done with Lynn and Joy, because they've done stuff for me before, they put this out to their media people, certainly put it on his website in different areas that gets a lot of traffic. And then we will use this article in other areas just because it's just a great piece and we want people to see. And it's very simple. If we can send somebody an article, they don't have to worry about writing an article or do anything with it. So we should be able to you know, piggyback off this article with some other things that we've done before, and I'll certainly you know, continue to show what we've done with here. So thank y'all very much. I know it's a lot of extra effort to introduce people around, play golf with them, play croquet with them, take them to the clubhouse, all that type of stuff. So certainly the real estate, showing them the beautiful homes up there. So, you know, thank y'all very much for all the extra effort you did there. So Sharon, can you go on down with the next page or whatever? Because I can't see anything else that I wrote. So since you shared my page.
Sam, we'll get you out of the way. Okay. Okay.
There we go. Okay. All right, this is something I've been working on, number 2 here, that it's great. It's a simple new idea that I'm dealing with a few people about, but Golf One Media right there. Right up the top, and Sharon was helpful in helping us tie this into the right size and stuff. But Golf One Media is a fairly large company, and they do a lot of newsletters. And so this is what went out yesterday. Now all you're seeing is the top, but they send out a newsletter once a week. So we are going to be able to be a part of this once a month. And also we will be able to they will have some articles, different things like that we can, post on there as well. So really nice. As soon as you open it up, boom, there it is. Visit Sky Valley. No costs. Again, just connections and trying to talk to the right people at the right time. So this is something I've been working on for a little while, and it just worked out. So very excited about this, and go from there. So next.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. No problem. All right. Number 3 there, based on my timing and whatever, I've been wanting to get back with Forward Rayburn about different things. And so I had written them and just kind of explained to them what I would like to do for them to help you guys. And I think, it's just going to be a win-win for everybody because we can help them. So anything that we can do, that's what I propose. And this is not anything set in stone, but anytime we do something for Sky Valley, we will include them with our in wrap up of the articles, things like that. And, we'll have their website, different places. If they have email blasts, we'll be glad to forward them on to different people. And then we would ask them to do stuff for Sky Valley over and above what they do already for you guys being a member. And I know Sharon, I have not talked to CJ. She called me yesterday. So I know y'all talked about something, so we don't have to talk about it now, but I wrote her and told her I'd call her after the meeting today. So if whatever it is, I'm sure we can do. So this is just, we want them to help you guys. I can help them. That's really no cost to me, and make it a win-win situation. So they can do whatever they can do extra for you guys. So this is what I was been working on, and hopefully that'll work out. So number 4, already into the fall for sure, got to stay ahead of the whatever. So we've got a few people that want to do some fall articles on Sky Valley. And so I'll be, working and tying those in. Try to do it ahead of time. We don't do it, when they come up in October. We want to, try to get it out August, September, so people can see and, hey, come and see what there is to do up there. We're also doing in another issue coming up here that y'all know Mike May. So we're doing a best breakfast along the Georgia Golf Trail. So we're going to be writing about the Dillard House again, mainly because of the new people, because I don't know the new people and I would like to introduce myself and see how we can help them, help the area. So it's about 5 locations across the trail. But this would tie in Sky Valley to a part of this article. So That should come out. What is this, July 1st almost? So it should come out the end of July, probably. Just, we get a lot of, we've done barbecue, we've done, well, what else we do? Different eating, seafood places. We never have done a best breakfast along the trail. So it's not necessarily the best breakfast, but it's what we're trying to do to make sure it's the best marketing that we can help do across the trail so people can see and understand. I'll keep you informed on that, but we may probably maybe see it at the next meeting. I don't know yet. It might be August meeting. Social media, just still doing quite a bit, staying on top of all the other media partners so that help us. And like, you know, Lynn and Joy now, I'll stay on them to continue to do some social media for what they're from their visit, that type stuff. So it's not only us, but it's them. And I'm not sure, we probably talked about this in the past, and Ryan, you can help me with this. I don't know. I kind of tried to look it up. I don't know if we have member events at the club. I would think we would, like member guests, club championship, all that type stuff.
Yeah, most of those are in September and October. Like our member guest is the 19th through the 21st of September. And then our club championships are the second week in October.
Okay.
So you can definitely get some stuff together for those. That would be
Yeah,
helpful.
so Bridgestone loves giving away stuff. So and that's part of what I help them do. So I just want to make sure we, you know, they're going to give us free stuff. Let's get it. So I just kind of thought about it. I'm like, you know, we need to be doing this, and it's probably my fault that it probably dropped the ball in the past. But I know Bruce, was that you asking me about the charity event?
It was me.
Say that again.
Yeah, we had the Sid Weber golf tournament.
Yeah. I can't ever remember his name. So yeah, so as I mentioned to you, no problem there. We'll come up with some stuff. So anything like that, and certainly I know we're going to do the GSGA event type stuff or whatever. We just need to keep me informed. Anything we can do, you know, that I can just send is simple. I just call them and say, hey, here you go. We're going to have 100 players. Send some balls, prizes, hats, whatever you can do. We'll send them directly to Mark or Ryan, and you know, go from there, and y'all can do whatever you want to with them. So it just makes it a nicer little event for everybody. So was that it, Sharon? Because then we back up. Oh, I guess I'm back to mine now, aren't we? Took off the screen. So
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's it. So some good things happening. Excited about what's coming up. Looking at maybe another person, maybe two coming up this fall. I got one that's really good golf writer, and why I say that is he worked for Golf Digest for years, so he really has a lot of connections. So we're going to try to get him up here to Georgia again. It's, you know, it's working with their schedule and things like that. So we've got some other ideas. So I'm excited about where we are and where we're going, and go from there. That's it.
Hey Doug, I got a question for you. I'm not sure how far along the article is on the best breakfast on the golf trail, but for my money, our pancake breakfasts that the POA puts on are just outstanding. And, you know, I know there's some people that when they travel, they like to get in on some of the local color and some of the community events. And have you ever been to one? I thought you had, but
Yeah, the pancake breakfast. Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, I have been to pancake breakfast. I mean, I've been to some of these, certainly the other events in the July and, you know, and then fall festival. So I don't know not really been in tune with anything else, but I'm certainly open to anything you think, Jimbo, we could do.
And maybe if it doesn't fit into the article, maybe it would be a follow-on piece, you know. You're gonna have interest shown from the breakfasts.
Right.
And here's a community event that, you know, lets the golfers, in on something, you know, these serendipity things that people run into are sometimes the best part of their trips.
Absolutely, and I agree with you, and I think a lot of people, as you certainly seen over the past, you know, we're not just focusing on golf, trying to focus
Right.
on the whole community. So those things are very important and very added to things that we could showcase very simply. I mean, on social media, certainly in articles, but you know, anything like that, any pictures, anything, I know, you know, we've got some, so anything like that, anybody could send me, we could send that out to different people. And, again, you got to remember, as I did it for years on radio and magazine and whatever, you always are looking for content of stuff. So, and you can't keep talking about the seventh hole, you know, so you got to talk about different things. So any type things like that, you know, would be fun for people to see, then please don't even think about it. Just send it to me.
We could sell it as a community institution.
Doug, I wanted to talk a little about Dan's visit, and one of the things he was really said that was changing in the golf market, he says, is in terms of, they're looking for a golf destination. They're looking for other things to do. He says, there's a shift going on, and that's what he was doing this year, is going to locations where there's more than golf. Golf is a destination, but other things, and he says, we just hit it right on. And he says, what we're looking for, what else? And he was very, very interested in that. And I see, and of course, that fits right into our marketing effort. And he said that's what you're saying. I did want to say a few comments about the visit and a few things. First of all, we had some of our visitors, Paul, Judy, thank you for really doing an outstanding job. They're always there and showing up the best of Sky Valley. And of course, we have our other people here, Tom Smith, and showing what they have to do with. That really, really is, they can feel it. And that's just by shaking hands and doing what we're doing. But I also wanted to talk to Sharon. What did you provide in terms of, you know, very nice, in terms of the goodie bag? What was in the goodie bag in terms of information?
We gave POS Real Estate magazines, the things they do. We put in the Sky Valley Country Club, the winery information from High Holly, and I believe the zip lining, just some different adventure and fun things around. We also, the marketing committee, supplied two of the white, they're not this type, but the thin tumblers that say Sky Valley, and a t-shirt with the seasons on the back for each of those, and a magnet of Mud Creek Falls. So, and then it was a full bag of some coffee samples from the local Dillard place down here, the outdoor furniture. So they had a wide assortment of things from the area.
They also enjoyed your presentation on the touchscreen.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, what they say about the photos and so forth, very impressed with it.
Yeah, she did seem very impressed by the quality of the photos we had, so that's good.
One of the comments I like to make, also, I thought a little more information about the city, what they're looking for, the question that come up before, and again, Len was looking for, enjoy it, and I couldn't answer this, but I think something I had is, how many people live here full time? That comes up a lot, and, pardon me? 500. We had maybe a handout on it, how many are 500, how many vote? They asked, the question was, what percentage of the 500 people are rental properties in terms of availability of that? In terms in terms of condominiums, they're asking the condominiums with availability percentage of that area. Also, they ask, where are most of the people from? Are they from Florida? I think from Florida, but the question is interesting, where are they coming from? So if we had maybe a sheet on that, that is kind of before, they say, here it is. He was looking for information about it. So anything about the community, how it's growing and so forth. Brian, you did an excellent job in terms of your, he really asked you a lot of questions, didn't he?
Yeah.
About number of rounds of play and so forth. And he used that, didn't he? In terms of-
Yeah, it's in the article,
Yes, it's in the article. So the more information we can provide about maybe a sheet on the fact sheet about Scott Valley in the growth. Government, type of government, so I was gonna say that, this is something big for us to sell. I think you used to say it very well, Paul, you said something about we're a city, and what's the advantage of a city? Yeah, remember your comments about it, we provide services?
yeah. They were surprised.
Yes, yeah, hey, we provide police, but,
They knew it was the golf course, but didn't know it was the city.
yes. They want to know the history, they're really looking for,
24/7 police protection,
yes, yes,
enforced building codes, so you don't
Yes.
buy houses with hidden problems.
yes.
Yeah.
So those are things, what else they were talking about? Yeah. So the information we do, maybe Sharon, we could put together something.
Yeah,
Yes.
I bet we could put something together
I have no doubt.
pretty easily, quickly, I think.
Well,
We just had
after
an
the Fourth
outline.
of July, but-
I'm always asking.
I'm making notes.
oh,
Yeah, good. So any other comments about I'm gonna say here, the other comment was to, I'd say, thank you for providing, the golfers. I would like to see in the future that we have, members of the club golfing. I know it's hard, we put this together at the last, as much as we could. And you did a great job. We get Harry was going to, and we get other people that, history, been a club member, that would be great, along with the foursome. Any other comments about, because this to me is Doug pushes it, and I think it's really, really important. What we get out of this is amazing. Any other comments about the visit itself, how we can improve it?
I don't know, I think they were pretty impressed with everything. And then my guys that play with them were more than happy to go out and show them the course and kind of get from a different perspective too, so.
Yes, right.
do you see what Holly added here? Almost 600 people registered to vote. And registered people live here full time.
Okay,
We've got 600 registered voters.
That's what she said.
Oh.
The
okay.
current data election data indicates we have almost 600 people registered to vote.
Huh.
Great.
I think the strength of the article,
As many as I thought.
Great, Paul.
the strength of the article was, it was so inclusive.
Yeah.
It was not just focused on one area, and that's the first article I've seen,
Yes,
that was that comprehensive and short.
yes.
It was not a long article, but it was
Yes.
comprehensive.
He asked a lot of questions, and he recorded everything. He was very thorough, very impressed with it, Yes,
The
enjoy.
other thing I noticed that I thought was interesting is that it showed Sky Valley in the pictures, and it was careful not to show people. That really is an important thing in marketing, because it changes your way of looking at something.
Yes, true.
It showed the place.
The beauty, yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was the best picture I've ever seen of the waterfall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's narrow at the top and then just widens out and then it spreads out for that final cascade at the bottom.
Joy does the.
Don't always catch that.
Yeah, she's very, very good. She knows how to capture the flowers, the right things. Yeah, the images were really nice. She knows how to look at. Another comment that they made, first thing I checked in the housing by Bill Tice, they were wowed by the condo over here overlooking the course. And she just went over and updated it was, she had my wife Jeanette, my wife was fine. They realized what they could do with the timeshare. So, first impression, yeah, I think you stayed there, the unit overlooking the course on the 18th. I think you were there with one of your media people, the very two-bedroom
Last year.
last year. Did you remember? But anyway, it's
He
very
may be-
nice.
He may be muted.
Yeah.
Ah,
You with us?
you with us?
He's not muted. Doug,
No.
Did I miss something? I can't hear nothing.
We were just talking about the housing and Joy, just when they walked into the housing.
Oh, yeah, I heard that part. Yeah, no, I mean, I talked to them, they were pretty much blown away with Sky Valley. So all the things you guys are saying right there, they mentioned and certainly impressed by. So it's nice that we do have the availability to have these, condos or houses. So to showcase to our media people at least. So thank y'all all again for being great hosts.
The final one, the second item, the discussion item, Jekyll Island, any further development, Doug, on this at all? Jekyll Island?
They gone dead on me. I don't know I don't know if I hadn't heard anything back from Dale or the guy down at Jekyll, Michael. I wrote them. But again, as we talked about last time, the Jekyll people are, it's the 7 hours. I think they want to do it. It's just trying to come up with the time, to do it. And I think they really want to come to Sky Valley and get out of that heat. So I don't think that's holding them up. I think they're just trying to figure out everything. And he said, that they're scattered at certain times of the year, as y'all know, with having people living in different places and coming back. But it's still on the agenda, just not, nothing's can be reported at this time.
Next item would be the draft survey, and I bring it up only as we kick that down the road until we're not going to bring this up, the draft survey, until after Raven County comprehensive plan has been completed. I guess that's going to be sometime there in October. Do we have an idea on that?
Yeah, it has to be adopted on the 31st of October.
October, so we'll look at it. I'm just bringing it up at this point. Okay. My next item was the National Night Out. Do we know at this point any update? I didn't add this up at this point. I guess at this point, any update on it at all?
haven't heard one more thing about it, so I'm not exactly sure. The last time I talked to Chief Estes, he said that many of the law enforcement officials and people he had invited were backing out and were doing their own, kind of planning their own events. So I'm not sure how big or how great or if it will happen at this point.
Mayor Holly, can you add anything to that at all at this point?
No, I don't know any more than Sharon does, but I will talk to the chief and get back to you.
Okay, great. Because we were talking about, how we can help out banners and so forth. I think they were looking at August, end of August.
The last weekend of August it was because of Labor Day weekend. They were trying to tie it together.
Okay. All right, next item, the Forward Raven Marketing Board meeting, that report. Any updates on that?
I was not able to attend because I was out of town. Our next meeting will be within the next 10 days, so I'll have something next month.
Okay. Stand Play Golf inquiries, Brian, give any updates on that?
I mean, we're still getting a few here and there, we're not getting a ton. The majority of the people that are coming up have already, especially the bigger groups, have already booked their stays and their rounds. So right now, I mean, I'm still getting a few calls here and there, but nothing substantial.
Okay.
What's the feedback you've had on how easy or difficult it is to get the housing aspect set up?
it's easy for them to get the housing. The tough thing is, from some of the groups, is where the housing is in comparison to where the course is. And especially for people who've never been up here, they could have, half of their group staying at this house and then another half on the other side of the valley somewhere else. And they're just trying to like tie it together, finding places that are next to each other or next door or down the road is tough because everything's so spread out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a problem to get them, as long as they're booking them ahead of time. Good, but we've had a lot of golf groups this year in comparison to last year, and most of them are staying in Sky Valley in some kind of Airbnb or VRBO, so they're using the available places, but just, a lot of them just don't know where they are in relation to the golf course. So, and, having enough cars and how to get them around and stuff like that, but.
The last time you had reached out in the dealer house, you see any further development in that in terms, I understand the Venture Group, they're talking about adding additional.
Yeah, we went to the Raven County awards breakfast, we got invited to that, so.
Yeah.
Roy and myself and my admin girls, we went to that breakfast and we met the owner of Legacy Ventures, he did a presentation at the end. And I gave him my information and he's interested in, we already partnered with the Dillard House a few years back for golf, and we get a few people that are still staying there that call and they get a discounted rate and stuff like that. It'll probably be a lot more structured when they finish their remodel and start bringing more people in, because it's just kind of been flat recently.
Ryan, I heard yesterday for the first time that, at council that, the Merrill Group is working on a plan for their downtown development in Sky Valley. Maybe about 50 residential units, but there's a plan to do maybe 50 or 100 rooms in a hotel.
Where the lodge is?
The lodging, well, I don't know,
Okay.
down in that area. So I know in the past, feasibility of a hotel was always dependent on year-round occupancy. So I'm sure that's a question, but it seems to me that our experiences with, the numbers of people coming up, the statistics on how many people actually rent, how easily large groups can get in would be of interest to them at some point in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard rumors, but I haven't heard anything for sure with that whole thing, so, I mean, it would be great. That would be amazing to have a hotel right there. Because you could just send people right to it and they could walk to the course. So, yeah, that would be great.
Jason, in terms of the, I guess the VRBO is the updates on that. Things going well in terms of licensing and,
We're having some deliverable issues with Granicus that we're working through, so, hopefully by next month, we'll have it worked out. I guess that's the best way I can say it, we're just trying to work out some of the things that they're not delivering, some of the things that we thought we were gonna get. And so, we're working through that, so hopefully by next, I'll know more information, but, we are finding that there's more and more verbos that we're going after, so, and largely with the enforcement side is what I'm talking about, Gordon, we're, trying to work with them on that, so, that's about the most general thing I can say about it, but we are working with them. I think there's potential to have a good working relationship with them, but, like, we're still trying to get a project manager assigned to us.
yeah, having the positive combination, of course, Doug knows. So important in terms of our long-term.
Yeah.
Plan here, yes.
Eventually, people are gonna start asking, trying to gauge how big the market is.
Ah, yes.
Okay, next item would be, Brian, with the Women's Golf Championship. How is that going? Anything at this point?
No, I mean, it's so far out still, there's nothing new.
Just early October again.
Yeah, the end of October.
October 28th.
We've got a GSG junior tournament out there today, golfing, but there's only like 18 girls. We went out this morning early.
So we're talking at this time having goodie bags and golf ball. I guess the Doug, you're gonna provide golf balls for this. Is that the update on that? Doug, for the Bridgestone golf balls. I know.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. It's just sometimes I can't hardly hear. I got the golf balls. I'm not sure what you say it again, Gordon.
Yeah, we're talking about for the goodie bag, and I know at this point, Ryan suggested, goodie bags would be a good idea. We'll of course be hiding them out, and you suggested you would be providing golf balls. I guess not only for the GSGA, but also for the tournament, PGA tournament. I don't know, do we?
PGA, we're not, I don't wanna take balls.
Okay,
Most of these guys have
yeah, they're all.
equipment, yeah, they have equipment deals and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, different kind of tournament. Great publicity. Ryan's right. They're probably, not interested in getting, and sometimes PGA could be sanctioned with another golf ball, and you never know, Titleist or Callaway or whoever it may be. So you got to be careful there. I don't think it's going to be terrible if we ever gave something away, but yeah, more to the smaller groups like the invitational, like the women's group, things like that. And that's a different type thing. But and we could even do this. So I mean, we could get Bridgestone to send up so many 2-packs, and Brian, Mark could keep them somewhere there in the clubhouse, and if they just need them, they can just get them, and then they could say, "Hey, Doug, we're about out of 2-packs."
That's
I mean,
probably the best.
I mean, Ryan, I mean, we could even, we're not trying to not sell your golf balls that you have in the pro shop, but I mean, just to have them, here you go, here's something from Sky Valley. Thank you very much for whatever. And we can do other things too. So not just the 2-packs, but they're just trying to help. So anything, like I mentioned before, we just need to know ahead of time so we can just have it directly shipped up there.
Hey, while we're on golf subject, can you hear me?
Yeah, where are you going? Your haircut?
I've done that before the meeting.
Okay.
Hey, listen, what's the response been on the ladies team event this fall?
What?
Ladies team event this fall.
Yeah, they wanted
The
to
one in
know
October?
what the response was for ladies' teams events involved.
Well, the one that we have, Harry, is not the team event. We hosted the team event last year, and they rotate that around the state. So we don't have that this year. This one's just a single individual invitational.
Okay, I thought this was the ladies club event was this fall.
Yeah, the team competition that we had last fall was the challenge between Georgia and South Carolina, but they do it like in Georgia one year, South Carolina the next year, they go back and forth. This one is ran by the same organization, but it's an individual event, but we'll actually have more players in this one than we did in the other ones.
Okay, just curious.
Do we know how many ladies will be in the?
I won't know until probably a month out, because they close it like 3 weeks before the event to start putting together.
Okay, just let me know so we know how many things done.
Yeah.
On the pro, and I really know nothing about this, but is this pro tournament event, is it a spectator event? Is it something?
They all have spectators.
So there'll be people watching?
Yeah, there could be, yeah. It's a big deal. It's the biggest senior event in the state of Georgia, ran by the PGA section.
Gee, that seems like, that would be a good advertising and marketing opportunity if it's not too late to have people come and watch the pros play.
Well, they're not like, but you gotta understand, they're not like PGA pros.
I understand that.
They're PGA pros, but they're more club pros.
Club pros.
So I believe they allow spectators. But right now, there's only about 15 or 20 guys signed up, so. And they said that this could happen because it's so far away from everything. They kind of took this on a flyer this year. Most of these events in the past have been around the Atlanta, Marietta area where it's, you know, the majority of people live. So we'll see. I kind of check the PGA website every week to see how many signups we have. I think last year they had like 65 or 70 in the event, but it was down by Atlanta, it wasn't up here. So it's just, you know.
But it's not like we can do, you know, you didn't suggest goodie bags or anything of that nature, right?
Well, with the PGA section, they don't usually like doing
Yeah,
that. So, you know, I understand it'd be a good marketing ploy,
right.
but this is like a serious event. It's not something that, you know, we're sticking real estate information in there and stuff like that. They're not gonna want that.
This is major.
They actually would probably tell us no.
Okay, all right, so, yeah. So is there anything that Paul is saying we could do to help promote this from a marketing standpoint?
I mean, as far as this committee, no, there's not much. I mean, they have a link on there for Airbnb and VRBO, so people can find places to stay up here. I just think the tough thing is it's so far away from everything, you know, getting people up here is the tough part.
What about, Sharon put out on the newsletter that the event's gonna be held 15th to 16th.
Yeah, but let me make sure they allow spectators.
Yeah, I should check on that and see, but, yeah.
Because we're still gonna have a normal day after they go out.
Oh, yeah.
So like, you know, they're gonna tee off between 7:30 and 9.
So I'll be able to play with that.
Yeah, so we're still gonna have all of our normal Monday, yeah, it's gonna be 7 o'clock, so good luck. We're gonna have all of our normal like Monday and Tuesday stuff still going on after that event, so. I gotta check and make sure they allow spectators. And I'll let you know for sure, because we can put something out if they allow spectators, yeah, but they can't take carts, they're gonna have to walk it. They can't, because we don't have enough golf carts to give all those guys golf carts plus have golf carts for after.
Oh, good. Very good. All right, let's go into the website update, Sharon. And,
Same as usual, we update it, you know, put current events, new products, and, visitor information, so that we trying to keep it fresh.
like with Glenn's visit, would that go into the article? Is that?
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
go into where we put the featured articles.
Okay, great. That's fantastic. I just amazed how well Sharon's doing, and I don't have to get a chance to look at it, but it's fantastic job. Okay, Sky Valley Visitor Center, Jason, maybe you can bring us any changes, updates on that, please? Visitor Center?
We're just continuing to try to make it as hospitable as possible.
Yeah.
We're rotating new unique items in. I think we've got some dog bowls with Sky Valley and some corkscrews with Sky Valley, and I know Sharon's constantly getting stuff in, shirts. Still have a lot of people walking in, most people wanting to know where the falls are at. And then we have the little cooler with the drinks and things people can purchase, so
On your website, would it be worth the effort to sell any items online?
we talked about doing something like that. Was there a question that came up about how we would do that from did Karen have a question about?
Yeah, on like the accounting side, we're just not sure, but
I
something
mean,
we can check into.
yeah, we looked at possibly doing something like that, because, I mean, there are, from time to time, people have bought stuff that we've shipped to them, and as we continue to get more and more inventory, the biggest issue we have is space.
Yeah,
I think we could probably sell more stuff, if we have room for it, but,
and if you had items that simply weren't moving.
yeah, well, one of the things that we have done Usually it's around Christmas time, but we talked about it, is the deal of the day. That's been pretty popular. In fact, that might be something we might even want to do again. That's been a great way to move items that kind of, for whatever reason, like we've got a lot of nice sweatshirts, even though it's.
We only have like 5 left.
Oh, okay, well. And, you know, we've done some items, for example, we've done some BOGO stuff, if somebody buys, we've got like a last year's t-shirt, either we give it away, or maybe if you buy this shirt, you get this shirt for $5 kind of stuff, but, I know, a lot of times, like, if I go someplace, if there's a visitor center, I'm always looking at stuff that they have for sale to kind of bring ideas back, and like I said, and I think the challenge is trying to find the things that the visitor would want to buy, like the magnets they want to take back, and then we also try to cater to items that your residents may want, things that might be unique to them, so, but we're constantly trying to bring in fresh things, unique things that you can't just get at Walmart or something like that, so, and again, I know Sharon, will be selling next Friday, I guess, we'll be selling the shirts and things like that, so if you haven't bought your shirt for the Independence Day, we have them for sale, and yeah, things are, but the visitor center as a whole is as well, it continues to do well, we're getting into our busy time of year. I suspect next week will probably be one of the busiest weeks of the year, and so, you know, we've got a lot of inventory, so we're, just tell everybody, if you got something they wanna, if they're looking for a unique gift that represents Sky Valley, come see us.
On that selling online, Brian, is that anything that you guys are looking at, or the items that you have in the club, clothing items?
We don't currently sell anything online like that. We've talked about it. Right now, we're going through our website and trying to update it, and we may even move into a different website company.
Yeah.
Because ours is just not that great.
Yeah.
So we're in process of changing the website. The tough thing with that is it's always changing, you know, what we have.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have like a merchandise person that works in our shop that would be able to update it all the time. That's the toughest thing, because you always have to have fresh stuff on there.
Yeah.
Good question.
Then with online, you've got to have a shipping department.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Amazon just made a 2 trillion, was what their value is now. So they're your shipping department, Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as
Yeah,
of yesterday, they're worth $2 trillion.
Wow.
Amazon.
They figured it out.
Yeah.
They broke the code.
Good news from my stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you order one day, I get a charger from my computer, I ordered it one day, next day I
Next
get
day
it.
it's there.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine who lives up in Seattle, he can order something at 9, then for 12.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
that's how it is in Phoenix too. And you can,
That's the way it is now.
it'll come within 3-4 hours.
Wow.
It's amazing.
And it's almost everything, you know.
Wow. Okay, next item would be, Sky Valley Independence Day celebration. It's here, almost here, so any updates, anything we need to do, Jason?
It's just coming together. We had a special projects meeting, I think, last week. The public work guys, kudos to them. They're working hard right now, getting the city ready, the flags, the banners. Sharon's been working hard. I'm gonna try to get out tomorrow and Monday. There's just a million little things you need to get taken care of. A big scheduled events, the calendar is out, the big poster board, crasher board is coming up the mountain that you can see. Pretty similar schedule, I guess the breakfast that morning, and then the registration for the duck race. I think we've got about 700 700 ducks now, so we're getting ready for that.
I saw that sign this morning coming up.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so, the parade, I think, there's chairs, we've got about 12, 15 registered. Those that have registered, certainly a lot of people just show up for that, so we know that, but then the hot dog cafe, want to give a thank you to the timeshare, they're going to be providing 700 hot dogs, buns. We'll be providing water for that, that'll be at the pavilion. There's gonna be a band, the fireworks at dark, in fact, I sent the guys information, I'm supposed to be reaching out to you to coordinate where they need to go, and of course, the emphasis this year, Gordon, I think is, we are going to close the pickleball courts until noon on that Friday, just because you're gonna have 1,000 people around the pavilion, but once the hot dog part is over with, we'll open back up. We're hoping to have things set up where people will be able to do things where they will stay in the city. Between the band, the food trucks, we've got some horseshoes, cornhole things going on. Because we get a lot of feedback every year. And one of the things that we hear, of course, this event just gets bigger and bigger every year, is that your residents, they can go home, then they come back, or they go out on their deck and watch the fireworks, but your folks that come up, everything's kind of done by 12:30, and then we shoot at 9:30, so they got 9 hours, what do they do? So we're trying to encourage people to stay in the city, stay in the valley. That's what we're hoping for this year, and of course, the fireworks just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year, and we expect to have a record crowd. Looking at the weather, of course, it changed 3 times next Friday, but the last time I checked, it was about a 20% chance of rain, about 90, which is gonna be, which means if it's 90 here, it's gonna be 105 in Atlanta. So, but still, the weather should be great, and we starting to get our volunteers together, and so, it's, I can go on and on and on, but we're excited. It's a great day. It's a long day for the staff, but it's a fun day. I'm exhausted when it's over, but I always look forward to it. I know, and so, we expect, and we've had a lot of people call. And I don't want to say too much, I don't want to think the way you think Sharon may want to add, but, people are aware of it, people calling, asking questions, and so, again, we try to do as much of this stuff as we can, it's free, to encourage folks to come out, so, just again, tell your friends, and anybody we talk to, or I talk to, I say, put July 5th on your calendar this year, so it's, again, it's one of the.
Thank you, very good.
And I think, I want to say also, I believe, Moody's gonna have his drone out, so hopefully we'll have some great video that, we could probably use, either this committee or we could put on the city website, but, I know he's done some great stuff in the past, and, so, look forward to it.
Let me just say something about barbecue. We are predicting a sellout. And I mean, if somebody doesn't have tickets, they may not be able to get barbecue. So, I mean, we're prepared for 450. And so, that's up 50 from last year, and we know the tickets are going.
Tickets are going, good.
And we're doing online sales this year. So there's positive things happening, and it's just going, we expect it to go. But we'll kind of keep y'all informed on that.
Well, the city has bought 25 tickets, and we would give those out. We've got several workers, the workers, I don't know if y'all give them to the police, but if not, we will give those out to the local. So we will be giving those out accordingly, but, it's a great event. So, yeah, I'm glad to know this, the sales are strong. In fact, we should have a check tomorrow, to give the.
I know they were talking about that too.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
The check will be tomorrow. No, if you wait for the mail, you may not get it, but, no, but we should have you a check tomorrow.
Yeah, Tom mentioned that just briefly.
Everything sounds bigger and better every year.
Well, great, thank you for the report.
Yes.
Let's go into the fall festival. I know it's coming along. Before I know it, anything you get to share then? Fall festival.
Well, we're still kind of a ways out.
Yes.
But we're already talking about it. I mean, it's, I don't know if it's as big as our Independence Day, but, it's different in that you got your vendors and things like that come forward, but, we should be having a meeting here probably in a month or two. As it kind of coincides with the Hay Bale Trail that just gets bigger and bigger.
Yes.
Again, we just anticipate it to be huge, and, a little early out, but, I believe it's the third Saturday of October. And again, it's something that just gets bigger and bigger every year. And, it's another fun day. Everybody loves the fall. This is a special place, it's in the fall. And it's, so, yeah, that's kind of where we're at now.
Okay, I'll say the budget or Sky Valley marketing budget, I'll say Jason handed something out. Jason, can you just say it briefly, or we're on target?
Oh, yeah, if you look at your percentages, I mean, I know that,
Right.
the biggest expenditure so far is and it's a program expenditure, which is the golf trail. But yeah, you got, well, I think, I don't know, about $13,000 of your $19,000 budget. So, you still have some money set aside. We are 50% into the budget year, being June, when we run a calendar fiscal year. And so, with almost, 19.6, if you were about 9,500 would probably be about halfway, and you're with 13,000, you're actually a little above that, so, you're right now, you're
In good shape, man.
So, yeah, there's some monies there as we get into the fall time,
Yes.
in the holiday season, that, if you don't spend it now, you should have that, if you don't want to get creative on some things.
Great. Well, thank you for that. Any questions on the budget at all?
I did plan to buy some more things for the goodie bags, so.
Yes.
Maybe some things that'll cater more to ladies.
Right. We have to miscellaneous, a couple thousand in that, so we can cover things that come up in this area. So at this point, I don't see, we should be in very good shape unless we have some marketing idea, we need something to come up. If it does. Just sit to discussion. Very good, thank you, Jason. Right, new marketing ideas, because we're rolling right along, anything idea, always looking for, anything up that we should be looking at for this year?
Not that I'm aware of it. I did,
Pictures of the foxes and the bobcats and the bears walking across the golf course.
Yes.
I wish we had somebody who could police
What?
bobcats.
Oh,
Bears,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that makes a big impression. I mean,
Slows the game.
we're up here in the wilderness, and yet we're a city in the wilderness. We're close to nature.
Yes.
See deer out there, let's put the deer with their friend. Literally don't want to put the groundhog that's eating the
Yeah.
things at the gardens.
There are some foxes down with me.
They are.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
They're in down there.
Okay,
We don't want to get the armadillos in the picture.
Gordon, I didn't know if you said you had boarded that up.
okay.
This was just a new, email blast I sent to Doug. And I put it on Visit Sky Valley, of course.
Wow.
That's very impressive. I love the colors.
Yeah. It's a lifestyle.
No doubt.
Now, this goes out all often in email blast.
If he asks for one, I
Yes.
send it. When I have time, I make new ones and share.
Okay,
So,
very impressive. Comments on it at all? Sharon did it. Good, love it.
Yeah.
I know Doug has commented on it. Doug, any other business at all?
I'd like to ask a couple of things.
Sure.
I was with Gary Cantwell, he's the post commander down at BFW. He has an honor guard lined up for August the 7th.
oh, yeah.
And I know that we talked about this when we became a Purple Heart City, and we talked about plans. Now, the POA is gonna have actually on that day, on August the 7th, is a Wednesday, and that's the POA meeting, and because of the Sid Weber tournament, we were able to convince them that it was a great idea, since we're Purple Heart City, to have the POA meeting on that day. When I was asking Gary about an honor guard, he said, well, we've already got that earmarked. So in conjunction, or what are the city's plans?
I know you said you had spoken with Holly, but I haven't
Well,
heard of any specifics yet.
I know we talked about maybe trying to, and it might even be just taking a purple spotlight and shine it up on the pole. We are fixing to install a new pole here at City Hall. Right now, the flag is flying underneath the US flag, so we are that, yeah. Kind of new territory for the city, being this will be our first Purple Heart Day, so any suggestions we're certainly open to, but we can certainly do whatever we need to do. I mean, it's
A banner maybe?
yeah, we can certainly, I mean, we can do something like that. We can certainly, between the MailChimp and all of the postings that Sharon does, we can promote it. But I didn't want to say that we are. We've had somebody offer to give us another flagpole. I've asked about Public Works guys to go look at it. And sometimes people give you stuff that's just, that's their way of saying, come get my junk. But anyway, but regardless, we do have plans to put another flagpole up. And it will be up before Purple Heart Day, so we can have the flag flying in the visual, because right now it's flying under the American flag, and we wanted to have its own.
Is August 7th Purple Heart Day?
August the 7th.
August 7th.
Okay, I'll get a couple banners.
And we have been flying the flag. Every day. It's been, one time we talked about special occasions, but, I think right now we'll just, it's there and we have it. And so, it's a good thing. We just had our 80th D-Day, celebration. I know my wife's granddad was in D-Day, and, he spent some time in one of Hitler's hotels, was a prisoner of war, and he got injured, so, he was very involved in those things, so, it is a worthy cause.
Holly just added that maybe we could ask some veterans to come to City Hall for a reception that day.
We could certainly do a program or something, yeah, so, yeah, and again, we've had some discussion, I know we talked about, and I didn't want to share, we're gonna put the poll up, but being this will be our first, we really don't know what to do, so, we're certainly open to doing something great for, whether we do it here or in conjunction with something else, but yeah, we can.
I know that the POA meeting will be at 3, and unless we were to move it at some point, but the POA meeting will normally be at 3, but we've already had discussion about what we could do. We're gonna have an honor guard. We've got a speaker already that retired colonel, and he, he's gonna give us some good information. We've heard that he's outstanding, Roger Glenn, so he's local. So we're looking forward to that. And we just like to make it unique. And I guess that maybe I need to work with Gary and see what we can do as far as, having the flags presented and have the honor guard and then follow up at the end of the program with the normal functions of 21 gun salute and taps, but that depends on what the city, I guess, and I'm not that familiar with how these events are planned, but we would do a 21 gun salute, which is 7 rifles possibly. So I just need to make sure that Gary and I can kind of understand what you want. And
I mean, again, we can certainly take lead to follow, but I mean, again, I don't know, we really don't know what to do as well, but certainly, we can certainly create a program, or the city will certainly participate in whatever.
Well, Holly suggested that maybe we could combine our efforts.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good. Good idea.
Just one other question related to this, the VFW gonna be at in the Independence Parade.
no. They did not,
I think Grace said they are.
they?
Yeah, they've changed their mind since our last meeting.
That's good.
Because I think Rick's gonna provide some, chairs over there before the parade starts, so they're not standing so long. And then when it starts, they would be more comfortable. And I believe a small donation is gonna be made, so.
Yeah, well, that's, one of the things that we talked about was, doing these things. A lot of those VFW members are my age. And some of them is not as mobile as I am. And so, they were concerned about, the walking, the standing, those type of things. And, so, I mean, this VFW is very active. People don't realize this, but if a veteran dies in Redmond County and they're asked to do an honor guard, they do it. And, at their expense. Well, I'll check with Gary.
Okay, because it was after the meeting, but Grace said that they did agree to do it, so that'd be good. Just double check.
Okay, other business, we talked, Brian, introducing Jack Brendan, maybe, Holly could get involved and introduce us to the committee. And Holly, would you just say a little bit what the club has to go through in terms of getting, Jack on the, committee?
He has to pay me $100.
Always money involved.
No, I will just make sure his name is included on our next council meeting, and we just have to go through a cursory approval vote. No big deal.
Welcome, Jack.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay. Okay, I guess our next meeting is scheduled for July the 25th. Any comments? Is that at this time appear to be okay? Sorry, what was the date again? July the 25th, the last Thursday, usually always the last Thursday of the month. Okay. If that's okay, and then do I hear a motion for adjournment?
I did.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. Very good.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sharon.